everyone, my name's Lizzie. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing well and staying healthy out there. I did announce on my Facebook page that I wasn't going to do any more royal readings, but I forgot to do it on my YouTube channel, and I got a request, and I do want to aim towards my viewers and make you all happy. So I'm going to do another royal reading, but this is the last one I'm going to do. Like I said, I announced on my Facebook that I wasn't going to do anymore, just because I feel like they're toxic people doing toxic things, and they're in victim mentality, and I can't get down with that after the year and going on second year of people dying and real suffering. I just don't have the patience for their victim mode anymore. But like I said, I did get a request. I do listen and want to appease you all, so no hard feelings for the person who requested this. I honestly forgot to tell my YouTube viewers that I was over it, so it's my bad. So I did 5 different decks. We're gonna get the skinny. I will get as much as I can. I'll try to kick out some more questions that I've been asked over a couple days of everybody talking about it, with new things coming out that I haven't quite addressed. But this is a rough one, and I just want to say before I even do this reading, this is more aimed towards Prince Philip, and I really like Prince Philip a lot. He reminds me a lot of my grandpa. My grandpa was a tough war man. I could just imagine those poor nurses in there, just like my grandpa. He was a very stubborn, wonderful man, and I'm rooting for him, and I hope he gets better. He's a toughie, and all the respect to him, and I'm sending him all the healing light I could possibly muster, and all the best wishes and all the good luck that he gets better and comes home. My grandma just got out of the hospital. She was in the hospital for 2 months, and we couldn't see her at all we could do was FaceTime on her tablet. So I understand how difficult this must be for their family, especially in these crazy times, and being the age he is, it's very scary. So I'm sending all my love to the royal family, especially the Queen. They've had a very long marriage, so I'm not at all, and I don't think the person at all who requested this wants anything bad to happen. They're just wondering. So the question was, Prince Philip, if he unfortunately passes away, or if his condition worsens, how will Harry and Meghan, before the Oprah interview, if Prince Philip unfortunately passes away or gets worse, how are Meghan and Harry going to be perceived for doing this interview during such a difficult time? So we're going to break this up in 2 parts. We're going to see how Prince Philip is doing and how he will be doing over the next couple days. The interview is on Sunday. I just want to say quickly, I'm not going to be watching this interview, hopefully, at all. I don't want to know anything, but if you want to boycott this, but you really want to know what is said, what you can do is the next day, so Monday, go to YouTube, CBS's channel. You can watch the entire interview without any commercials, and they don't get the rating, they don't get paid for it, so you can skip watching it on TV so you don't give them the ratings. Also, don't DVR it, because if you DVR it, they still get the rating. So if you want to hit them where it hurts, which I'm putting out everywhere, just wait till Monday. It's just one day. People are going to be talking about it for months anyway, so wait till Monday morning. Watch it on CBS, on YouTube. They don't get the ratings, they don't get the payday. Hopefully, if they get a low enough rating, we don't have to listen, sit through any more of these woe is me victim mode while people are really dying and their grandfather's sick. It's just like, you know how many families lost somebody over this year, and you're talking about shit that happened 2 years ago? Like, shut it. I think we're all in agreement. But it is a juicy story, so I understand why people want to watch it. Anyway, let's start with Philip. Where to go from here. Let's start with this. We're going to do wisdom of the house tonight. How's Prince Philip doing? Woo! Not wanting to count too many. How's Prince Philip doing currently? Wait, half the deck came out. Maybe he's got a lot to say. Again, sending him healing wishes, positivity. We all love and adore you. We hope you kick this thing and get to come home soon. So this is no rooting for any ill will at all. He's feeling trapped and caged. He wants to get the F out of the hospital. He's not enjoying it. He doesn't like it. He feels like a trapped bird. Hates the hospital, not liking it, wants to go home. But he's very loyal to his queen. He's very loyal to his title, and he's loyal to his family. So he's trying not to make too much of a stink. He's trying to be good. How is Prince William currently doing? He's got a lot of choices, maybe medical choices on how he can treat his thing. Maybe he might have to come up with some surgery here. I'm not saying that for certain, but he's got some medical choices. Or maybe he's finalizing his final wishes. A lot of people do that in the hospital, not just when they're old. It's a thing they do. A lot of paperwork. Some decisions need to be made. Let's clarify. What kind of... Okay. Oh, yeah. He's making choices about his final wishes. That's sad. He could be like writing letters or having letters written to his family members. He could be working on final requests for what he wants done. Filling out medical, like do not resuscitate, could be anything like that. But he's making some medical choices. Let's look at what's going to happen to Prince Philip over this next week. Will he get better? It's going to be complicated. He's going to have some complications here. Have something to do with his breathing? No! We wanted good news. How's Prince Philip going to be over the next week? It's going to have a lot of understanding. I feel like the doctors are keeping him well informed. The family is keeping him well informed. Maybe he understands what this interview is about. Let's clarify. What's this understanding? Could be understanding that's just his time. Perhaps I'll take it. He's trying to be playful. He's trying to be... Although he feels trapped and he hates being in the hospital, he just wants to go home. He is trying to keep an upbeat, happy vibe and not be too difficult, like I said. He might be having a sense of humor this week, trying to laugh things off. Let's clarify what this complicated is. What is this complicated in the week ahead for Prince Philip? Oh, he's going to be listening, probably tuning in, listening to all the press, definitely listening to the Queen's speech there, if he hasn't already, listening to people around him, listening to the doctors. Although he's frustrated, he wants to go home. He is understanding that this is his reality right now. He's got to do what he's got to do, and he's not trying to be a jerk to anyone, which is sweet for how frustrated he is. So let's look midweek. What's going to happen to Philip midweek? Prince Philip, sorry. He's going to try to really stay calm. I feel like he's got a lot of anxiety gearing up to this interview, just like the rest of the family. But he's trying to stay calm. He might not even be watching anything about the interview. He just is trying to keep... He's going through a lot. He doesn't want to get his ticker going, his breathing going. He doesn't want to be upset. So I just picture him trying to do everything he can to stay in this playful, happy bubble. But he's very rigid. He's very upset. This is like really hurtful because I feel like he's very close to Harry. Like military-wise, I feel like there's definitely a kinship there, and I feel like he feels very disappointed. Not that he doesn't love Harry or he's like disappointed in him as a person, but I think he's very disappointed about this interview and how it hurts his wife and his family. Let's talk more about this rigid belonging, House of Night. It's like he just wants to say that Harry is a part of the family. He belongs to this family. He shouldn't be betraying them. And I definitely feel like he feels a sense of betrayal. But we also got understanding here. So, clarify this belonging. Honestly. You might be wanting to speak some truth this week as well, but let me clarify. Maybe he, never know, maybe he wants them to be honest. High Priestess of Earth. Yeah, I feel like he wants to tell his own truth here. There's something that he wants to say. I don't feel like he would ever say it publicly. Let's see. Let's move to a different deck. Let's get some spirit song. How is Prince Phillip really feeling about this interview currently? Too many. Knight of Crystals, endurance, determination. It's like he knows they're determined to see this out, and he's gearing up to get through it. And I feel like he feels like this is going to be problems for his wife and family, and he's gearing up to defend it, or at least be there for them to help him through it. What is Prince Phillip really feeling about this interview? Courage and commitment. He's being brave and strong for his family. He's standing loyally by their side. Nine of Feathers, perspective and self-empowerment. Yeah, he thinks they're just doing it for like raising their own status, raising their own lives, and kind of throwing them under the bus. But I think he also has some respect for speaking their honesty. He just doesn't like in the way they've decided to do it. Three of Feathers, release and recovery. He's trying to release this and just focus on his recovery, because I feel like this gives him high blood pressure, gets his heart going, gets him very upset. He's very emotional about this. Seven of Acorns, determination and stamina. He doesn't want anything bad to happen before this interview. He wants to get home. He wants to be there for his wife, be there for his family that I think he feels they're going to be trashing. I don't know necessarily if they're going to be trashing the family members or the institution itself, but I feel like in Philip's mind, there's no separation. If you're talking about the institution, you're talking about the family. So he's determined to see this through. He's determined to stick around to see what they have to say. What will happen this week for Prince Phillip with his health? Courage and solutions. He's going to be very brave. He's going to be working on solutions on how to... There he is in the hospital bed, right? Trying to work on his own recovery and taking care of himself. But he's also like 10 paces ahead on how they're going to clean this up. Always thinking, Prince Phillip. Especially for his wife. The Chariot, discipline, and yeah, he wants to punish them. I don't feel like he's as kind and patient as the Queen has been. I think he might want to wring a particular neck of certain people. Not that he would ever say so, but he definitely wants to rush in and discipline and stop them and not hurt them in some sense, but take away their credibility. What's going to happen this week with his health? Thinking about this all the time. What's going to happen? Five of Feathers, strategy and resilience. I told you, this man is a strong ox. He's not going anywhere. He's going to see this through. I'm standing up. I'm sticking up for my family. You're not going to hurt my family. He's coming up with strategies. He's already thinking about the cleanup and how they're going to fire back. I just feel like his brain never stops. He's like in his hospital bed when he should be focusing on himself and recovering. He's focusing on, like, think about how old he is and how old his wife is. What if this is the last month of their lives? Because that's a reality they have to face at their age. To think for a minute that his wife is going to have to go out in controversy royally, no pun intended, upsets Philip. For all the years he dedicated to the family and his wife, bringing all, like, Harry wouldn't exist if it wasn't for those two. And I feel like he feels very betrayed and very upset and very hurt. This is not the time. I feel like he's feeling the world's circumstances, and all I'm getting from him is this is not the time. This is not the way of going about it. This really ruffles his feathers here. Page of Feathers, exploration and discovery. Yeah. What is going on that you need to continuously talk about this? This is what Philip is thinking about. Who gave you the time to explore and give you enough of a rope to go out and see what direction you want to go in. They've been supportive. They've been left in the dark about a lot of things from these two. So Prince Philip is kind of like, what the fuck? You know, you act like we cut your we chained you and you can't have a life. Like he said, after all of this time of giving you time to discover what you want to do and explore, this is what you do. I just get a lot of rage. So let's go to the Oracle Tarot. Let's talk about how the Queen's... I didn't even answer the question yet. How's the Queen feeling about this interview? How's the Queen really thinking about this interview? I'll get that in a second. I can't read it. I tried. The world, rewards, expansion, destiny... Follow your dreams. Release the past. Thinking, this woman, I got you. So, it's like, I gave them the world. I want them to go out and do their own thing. I want them to follow their dreams and be happy. But I need them to release the past. They're clinging to the past. They're clinging to that victim mode. She's thinking back. She's reminiscing a lot about choices she made with her sister, choices she made with her dad's brother, choices she made down the line that really molded her to make the decisions that she did. I really feel like she thought about Diana and what her experience was, and she thought about her sister and couldn't marry her one true love, and all the lessons she learned is the reason why they got to go for a year and have a time. Maybe she's thinking about Harry when he was a kid, and like, she really wanted them, she gave them their own choice to follow their dreams. She really wants them to be happy, but she doesn't want them to be bashing the family, but I think she understands at the same time that a lot of it has to do with she's feeling like Harry didn't get something. I don't feel like she has much sympathy for Meghan. This is more towards Harry. Like, maybe she's thinking back on decisions she could have made. Or maybe she's thinking that she should have laid down the hammer a while ago, because we have strength, courage, open your heart. She's about to show her strength here. She's a strong woman. She's not going to put up with anyone's crap. I think she will. I think she will watch the interview and really try to listen to what they have to say. And, you know, I think she takes mental health very seriously. And if her grandson was suffering from it in a real, genuine way, I feel like she would know about that. So if he's just saying it to say it, I think it's going to hit her in the heart. But maybe she's going to see her grandson stronger on his own. But I also really just feel like she's going to come in her own power and be like, I'm not going to allow my family to be trampled. As much as I love you and I want the best for you, you're not going to trample my legacy. So she's trying to stay strong through all of this. Tough lady. Let me get the one on the floor. I'll be right back. Okay, the one on the floor was nervous about change, but it was in the reverse. I don't think she's sweating much about what they're going to say in the interview. Like, think about it. This woman has been through so many tell-alls. She's been through Fergie's. She's been through Diana's. She's been through Charles. You know, this isn't the first time somebody has spoken out from the family. This isn't her first rodeo, basically. She's strong. She's not nervous. She's going to take whatever needs to be taken head on. She's determined. She might be retreating. She might be working on recovery for herself. Or she's really worried about Philip here. I feel like it's a lot. Like, this has really hit her in the heart. Like I said, think about how old they are and how long they've been doing this. It's a betrayal. Whether they're saying good things or bad things, they didn't get ahead. They secretly found out about this, apparently. They're not getting any news from, it's not like Meghan and Harry sat down and said, hey, we're going to do this interview with Oprah, you know, would you mind? Like, they're doing it behind their back with no respect, and I really feel like that hurt her, that they didn't come as adults and say, we're going to do this interview to tell our side, you know. Cautious progress. Yeah, she's moving forward very slowly. She wants to make sure she does everything by the book. She doesn't want to add any fuel to the fire or give them anything to use against her. I feel like she feels they're going to be painted as racist, so they have to be very cautious about how they respond. But also, I feel like they're feeling the pressure from the people to do things. It's like she doesn't trust them. She's hurt by this. She doesn't trust them. She's going to go forward very cautious. This is a woman, like I've said, she's been through a lot of controversy, a lot of circumstances. She knows how to handle things. She's going to do this miraculously. She's had lots of practice. But she's trying to think of what to do here. At the end of the day, that is her grandson. But she doesn't want her family to be tarnished. I think she's really heartbroken about this. How's she feeling about Phillip? She's trying to be balanced. She's trying to keep him happy. She's trying to stay optimistic about her husband. How's she feeling about Prince Philip being in the hospital? How is the Queen feeling about Prince Philip being... trying to put down her burdens with all of this chaos and just... when she talks to him, it's not like she wants to burden him with a lot of problems. She's telling him not to let it get to him, not to let it get riled up inside him, to just focus on his recovery. So when she talks to him, she's just trying to be the wife. Doesn't want to lay any of this at the feet. I feel like she's very worried here. She's trying to be the strong one. She's trying to create peace around him with that meditation and keep him in serenity so none of this affects him. I think she's very worried about how he's going to take it. Yeah, change is coming and she knows action needs to be made here. She's really trying to protect her husband and she's trying to protect her family. Oh, being a good wife with the High Priestess, seeing the truth of the situation, that, they're both up there in years. They're talking to each other. As much as she's not trying to bring him into it and get him involved, we all know Philip. He's going to tell her his opinions. So I feel like they're both of them together, husband and wife here. Just like I said, they've been through a lot. They have a lot of life experience, a lot of wisdom. But she's trying to be a good wife. She's just trying to be a wife. She's not trying to be a queen. She's not trying to be a grandma. She's just focused on loving him and keeping his spirits up. She's trying to recharge her hopes and be optimistic that he'll come home. She's very worried, as any wife would be. Yep, hope, inspiration. She's trying to pray. This is her praying and like really hoping that he's going to make it out of this. She's taking a stand. She's putting her foot down. Like, you need to focus on your health and stop worrying about everything else. And I think she's going to swoop in and try to protect Prince Philip in all of this chaos. She doesn't want it to affect his health, like I said. But she doesn't want this to be the last thing he ever hears or has to deal with. So what's going to go on for the Queen this week? How's she going to feel towards the end of the week? Oh, focused on her love. Just being there for her husband, even if it's over the phone. She's still in love with her husband. She's a good wife. Just holding on to him. Like, please make it through this, come home. I think she's very lonely without him. That's sad. Alright, let's get into the nitty gritty here. How is Meghan and Harry going to look if something happens to Philip? They're going to be taking a money hit. People are not going to support them. That means they're going to go after their business, like boycotting interviews, boycotting anything they're working on, not listening to their podcasts, just genuinely losing a lot of respect for them. What's going to happen to Meghan and Harry if Prince Philip unfortunately passes or gets worse leading up to the interview? With this good fortune, I feel like people are going to be like, look at it. It looks like, I hate to say it, but Meghan knows when to strike. She's been wearing a lot of expensive clothing, living that high life, like basically just looking like people who are trying to fill their coin and don't care about anything else, just caring about that money. Can't say I blame them if it's the truth. But how people are going to feel about Meghan and Harry if Philip passes away, unfortunately. Yeah, that they're only looking out for themselves, that they don't care about their family. A lot of people will lose a lot of respect. What will they feel like if Philip's condition worsens before the interview? But they're just trying to make a power move, stand in their own power, basically kicking their grandpa when he's down. Not looking good, my friends. Alright, so let's go to the Angel Tarot. How's Prince Philip going to feel about this interview if he watches it? Sad. It's going to break his heart. Heartbroken. How's the Queen going to feel about this interview if she watches it? I do all hers on. Oh, we have love on the ground and support. She's going to be supportive of their marriage. See, here's the deal. The Queen is very loving. Bottom line, she just wants her family to be happy, even if it's not in the royal family. She's got a lot more patience than Philip does, so I feel like the Queen's going to be like, well, if this makes their marriage stronger, and if they're doing better, and they're happy, like I wish they wouldn't trash my family, but if they're happy, then this was the right move for them, and I will support it. She's not going to trash talk them back, but Prince Philip over here is just going to be very sad. I feel like he had a strong connection to Harry that he's going to be very heartbroken about. Let's see. How will Will and Kate feel about the interview? They're going to feel like it's a blessing. Let me clarify. What do you mean this is going to be a blessing? Indifference. Yeah, because I feel like they've needed some space from them, and they really aren't getting along. They have a lot of indifference. They don't like how they make decisions. They don't like how Mary, oh my God, again, Meghan and Harry live their life, and they're just going to be thankful that they're gone. And because of this interview, they can't for sure ever come back. But they're going to stay in isolation, and Will and Kate are going to take care of the royal families from duties from now on without those two and their shenanigans. I think they're going to feel like maybe it's over now. Let's split this up. How's Will going to feel about the interview? Thinks they're just a bunch of drama. Drama, unneeded drama. That they're in victim mode, worrying about themselves, crying about spilled milk. Will is just not having it. How's Kate going to feel? That they made their choices. That they had plenty of choices to come in and do things their way or make peace here. Maybe they have more choices where they are. Clarify those choices. I'm getting a couple of things. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but she's comfortable without them, and they just want to be comfortable. Maybe Kate's a lot like the Queen. Like, is a little more forgiving. Like, if that makes you happy, go and do you in America. I'm gonna do me with my husband. Wish you the well. Deuces. I don't gotta put up with you anymore. Woohoo. Like, they're comfortable in their choices. They're happy. They're satisfied. She's happy for them. She's not about the drama. But I feel like Will is a lot like Prince Philip. You betrayed the family. You're kicking up drama, and they don't appreciate it, and they will voice it. How's Charles gonna? Oh, hello. It's gonna feel like this is a test. That the family's being tested, and he's being tested as a father. Because I feel like Charles is on the fence. Because at the end of the day, that's his son. He wants his son to be happy. He knows a thing or two about a bad marriage. So let's see. Clarify this test on how Charles is feeling. Or will feel about this interview. Ugh, the Lovers in reverse. This is a test of their marriage. I don't think he's buying it. I don't think he feels his son is genuinely happy. Or he's not committed. Let me clarify this. I'm getting a few things. Preparation and partnership. But the Lovers in reverse. Confusing, Charles. Confusing. What is this partnership? Alright, so this is like he kind of took care of Harry and Meghan, tried to make them comfortable, tried to make them a partnership, prepared. What's this third party? Please clarify this preparation. Standing in his power, putting his foot down. Or this is them putting their foot down. Doesn't think it's a good love match, though. I'm not sure. He's so all over the place here. Maybe he thinks they're just a good work partnership. They're just trying to create a life of luxury. They're preparing for their new life here. Standing in their power, trying to be independent here. This makes no sense, Charles. He's got commitment, King of Cups, and the Lovers in reverse. Clarify this. Alright, Spirit. How is Charles going to feel about this interview? Just wants peace. Like I said, at the end of the day, he's his father. Just wants to wave the white flag. He doesn't want this going on for another 5 years. How's Camilla going to feel about this interview? I love her witty sass. Her sneak words, Camilla. Yeah. She's just going to hang out through this. They're at a stalemate here. No progression forward. I feel like she's just going to... With this prophecy, I feel like she saw this coming. She saw this coming from day one. I feel like she's a very smart lady. She's just going to hang back and let it blow over in her creative ways. Let's see. How is Meghan going to paint the royal family? How is Meghan going to paint the royal family to be like? That she had a lot of decisions and that they took a lot of decisions from her. That moving to the United States was the only way to fix it. Moving back home. She might express she wants to resolve the issues. How is Meghan going to be perceived after this interview? Sensitive. And then trying to create her own destiny. So maybe she's sensitive. I feel like some people will feel bad for her. This is her trying to change the world, change her fate. Okay, so what is Harry going to paint the royal family as? That he's determined to protect his family and make sure history doesn't repeat itself and to have a happy life. He's determined to get away from it and not let his children grow up in it. How is Harry going to be perceived? That he's making progress, coming out of his skin more. I don't think it's necessarily good progress, but let's get a clarifier here. Yeah. His vision and challenges here is like he thinks he foresaw that history was going to repeat itself and that he's been through a lot of challenges. I just feel like people are going to feel like his thinking is off. I feel like they're definitely going to go back to the he's being manipulated thing. Let's talk about this interview. Let's talk about Meghan's part. How's Meghan's part of the interview going to go? Let me get a few. Okay. How's Meghan's part of the interview going to go? How is Harry's part of the interview going to go? It's like two different things. How is Harry's part of the interview going to go? One more, please. We'll get some clarifiers if we need it. Okay, so Meghan's going to come in. She has hope for her future, that she has hope now, feeling stronger, that they've been through a lot. Happy about this new baby, trying to ground herself, create a strong foundation for her marriage and her career here. She feels like she's in a spiritual union with her husband, might even... I don't think she'll maybe say twin flames or soulmate, but that she feels like this is her one true love and her duty and her destiny to go through all of this. She's got nothing but memories of love, despite everything that happened. Let's clarify. What the hell? What is this memories of love? Because I'm getting like 4 different things and I'm trying to narrow it down. These people are always all over the place. Yeah. Foundation and achievements. She's got happy memories about who she worked with and the charities. And she's trying to keep those charities going and achieve things. Being that humanitarian she believes she is. She's going to feel like and express that she feels like they've triumphed, that they've overcome a lot and that they will succeed. So let's talk about Harry. We got coming in with disruption. getting a few for this. What is this? Okay. Patience and planning. Sacral chakra. He feel like he was disrupted in his plans and everything he wanted to do in his future. Feeling like he had a duty to protect his family with the sacral chakra, but he was always getting disrupted, progressing with Megan and his family and his dreams. He tried to have patience through it, but we have deception and envy. This could be about thinking about how his mother was treated. Could be talking about Will and Kate here. Let me get a clarifier. He's all over the friggin' place. Alright. Deception and envy. Please clarify. Heartache and loss. And wisdom. Feels like people maybe were out to get him, out to hurt him in some way. He was envious about how other people were protected. Heartache and loss could be describing his loss of his baby, loss of his family, regretting that he's losing all his patronages or whatever they're called. But he's trying to learn from it, that he's growing wiser every day. He's got a lot of mental conflict he's going to be talking about, mental illness, how he suffered for years. He's definitely going to get into that. And mental conflict about his mother. He's trying to have patience in these trying times. He's trying to have patience while things work out here for him in this new country. He's going to be speaking a lot of his truth. He's going to be saying things that he's never said before. Talking about his disconnect and boredom here. Maybe he was bored with the royal family, bored with his duties, always wanting to do something else. Or it could be bored with being in isolation and wanting to get things moving. How are people going to view the marriage after this interview? Or the relationship between the two? That they're standing in their own power, that they're a power couple. That they're trying to start new beginnings here. That they're following their own tuition and doing things their own way. And that people are going to take their victim hook, line, and sinker, their victim mode. They're going to spell that out clearly and accurately, and I feel like most people are going to really see them as suffering in silence and being the victim. Just what they wanted. How will their career be affected by this interview? They're love couples. Like, I feel like the press about these two are going to kick up. Like, what are they doing? What are they wearing? Where are their kids? They're just going to create a stronger love frenzy to get pictures of these two together. I feel like maybe it'll balance itself out. They're going to get recognition and reward from this. There's going to be some sacrifices. Let's talk about these sacrifices. What's this sacrifice? Rejoice in celebration and spiritual strength. They're going to be celebrating their victory. They're going to be happy and they're going to feel stronger for doing this. Overall, public opinion, how will it be affected after this interview? They're going to be seen as stand their ground, or this is the public standing their ground against them. The universe, this is like karma, fate coming in. Let's clarify. What's the stand your ground? What side are we on here? Prosperity begins. Maybe they will clear their names a little bit here. What's this universe? Light. Maybe they're going towards the light. Or the light will open up for them. There'll be stars from this. Not what people want to hear, I know, but People buy that victim the whole time they're selling it. Anything else we need to know about Meghan and Harry and what will come out of this interview? We're going to be letting go of the past. Hopefully we don't have to hear about this anymore. Once they say about this, hopefully it's in the past for good. How will they be perceived if something, if Philip's conditions worsened or if he passes away? Unfortunately. Yeah, that they're forbidden. Don't ever come back. We don't want anything to do with you. Their country, and I feel like this country will turn on them. So better hope and pray that Philip's okay. How will the United Kingdom view Meghan and Harry after this interview? Let's narrow it down a bit. That they're just focused on themselves. Oh dear, here we go. That Meghan and Harry are in denial. That they're trying to gain confidence here. Or they're acting like they have confidence. They might think that they're genuinely in love. How will the United States view Meghan and Harry after this interview? That they're moving forward? Or maybe they're moving back home? That they're trying to raise their self-worth and feel good about themselves? Trying to network themselves and make more money? 2 more for how the United States with this oath. It's like they made a commitment to each other. Strong marriage, committed to each other. Except for this oath. I am getting a couple things. That they're fulfilled with their marriage and their choices. One more. Vision and message. That they're trying to paint their story pretty much, give you their vision of things, and send their overall message of this is what happened, these are my choices. Will their career be... I already asked that one, didn't I? Let's close it off with, will their career be affected positively or negatively by this? The moon, there's going to be a lot of illusions. People are going to feel like they're not being 100% genuine. Newsflash, when do they ever feel genuine? But it's just my opinion. Obedience, lust, summon the warrior. This is like, they're saying Harry's, I'm hearing this loud and clear, whoop and chain, that he's just got a lot of lust for her. She wears the pants, trying to summon the courage to be warriors that come out here and shake up the nation. Trying to be activists. Please clarify this warrior, just to make sure. They're trying to be strong here, or that they are strong. What's the summon? Yep. It's like they're trying to pull wool over you, trying to summon the victim mentality, but there's deceit. And this moon here, people are going to think they're being fake. They're not telling the truth here. Overall, let's close it out with what's going to happen. Will Philip make it to the interview? Please give us good news. Reminder, don't forget. Please clarify this. Wishing. One more. I don't want to give bad news. Risk, hope. It's a risk that this could send him over the edge and break his heart. Don't forget your family. Wishing that this will end here. Make a wish, pray for him. I don't like this deck. Let's try this again. I don't want to end it there. Will Prince Philip make it to the interview? Moving stuff around. Balance, restored, resolution. I feel like that's a yes. Let's get a clarifier. The Fool here. It's like they give a little and then they take it all back. Clarify this Fool. Hanged Man, suspense, waiting, celebration. I feel like he will be, but this is definitely going to break his heart. He might not last long after the interview, unfortunately. But he wants to make it to this interview. He wants to be there for his wife and his family, so he's determined to. And you know that man can do anything he wants. He's a stubborn ox and the deepest respect. And I will pray and hope and send up good positive energy for him to get out of that hospital before the big day so he can be with his wife. Prayers out there for Prince Philip, for Queen Elizabeth, and the entire family for what's going to come out in this interview. At the end of the day, I'm not against people speaking their truth. I'm just against them being victims while people are really dying from real issues. And you know, they never have to worry about not having a roof over their heads or not having food in their stomach or having access to the vaccines or, you know, having the best educations for their kids. Like, they have everything they could ever need or want. And a lot of families and a lot of people don't. So for humanitarians to come out and after such a turbulent year and you still want to play victim. So it's just not right in my opinion, but that's just me. You can feel however you want about this. But anyway, this is the last royal reading that I'm going to do. Like I said, I just feel like it's toxic, bad for people's soul, it's bad energy. Like, I'm going to sage before I do the rest of my readings tonight. Love and light out there. Be well, Prince Philip. You are awesome. You are a hero to us all. You give us encouragement, and God bless you. And you got this. You made it this far. You got this. And love to the family as well. Like I said, my grandma was in the hospital for a little over 2 months. It was rough. I get it. So I hope he gets to come home soon. Love and light, everybody. Have a good night. Bye.